So you want to learn how to earn over $100 every single day with this new platform called Warren.finance, right? Well, I'm going to explain it to you in today's video. There's actually 3 strategies that I'm going to go over. I'm going to start with a low risk option all the way up to a high risk option. And obviously with the lower risk option, there's going to be less reward, but with the more risk option, there is going to be more reward. So we have to make sure that we understand that and make sure that you guys stay tuned. We're going to be talking about Warren Finance and how you can make over $100 every single day using the same strategy that I am currently using. Now, make sure that you comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell button so you're notified as soon as you watch this video so that you know when new content comes out. Welcome to the channel. I'm S Crypto 101, where my main mission is to help you build your bags. Now, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. If you don't know what Warren.finance is, this is a new protocol over on the Pulse chain, which is currently paying me out 2.75% every single day. Yes, 2.75% every single day. Now, this is a Carol fork protocol. So that's kind of what happens with these protocols. As you start to see more and more come out, you start to develop a strategy. And at this point, I've been in 4 of these forks, and I feel like I've fine-tuned a risk tolerance as well as a plan in terms of how risky I want to be with these protocols. So I want to share that with you all. But first, what I'm going to do is at least teach you how to get started if you don't know how to do that. So first, this is over on the Pulse chain. So you want to make sure that you are over on the Pulse chain, that you have that added to your wallet, and that you have funds over in your Pulse chain wallet. Now here's a bridge here. So if you did not know, Warren is actually partnered with SparkSwap. So you are able to use this bridge just in general, not only for Warren, but you can use this bridge if you want to move back and forth between Pulse as well as the Binance Smart Chain. You can use this bridge. And the best way that I do it, I typically will use DAI, and I'll have DAI on the Binance Smart Chain, or I'll have DAI on Pulse, and then that's what I'll use to move funds back and forth. So that's your first step. And then of course, if you want to go a different route, or you want a larger array of assets that you can swap, you can always come here to changenow.io, and then whatever asset that you want to bridge over, just make sure you bridge it to Pulse chain, and then you'll be able to go through the transaction here. So you have multiple options and ways that you can get over to the Pulse chain and get started with Warren, and those are going to be the 2 that I would recommend. Now, if we come back over here to the website, once you have your funds, you're going to need to understand that you have to purchase the Warren token through bonds. So you cannot purchase the Warren token off of a DEX or anywhere other than creating a bond. Now, to create a bond or purchase a bond, you have to use the DAI Wrapped Pulse LP. Now I'm going to show you exactly how you can get that. So if you come over here to PulseX, as you can see, the main token here on the Pulse chain, of course, is Pulse, but there's also DAI. So this is DAI from Ethereum. So what you're going to want to do is you want to make sure that you have an even split. So 50% of your funds needs to be in Pulse and 50% of your funds needs to be in DAI. And then from there, you're going to be able to create a liquidity pair. So if you come over here to liquidity, you want to make sure you're on V1, and then you're just going to do add liquidity. And then you're going to choose Pulse and DAI. So you have Wrap Pulse here as well. So as you can see, you want to use Wrap Pulse and DAI, and then from here, you're going to say exactly how much you want to contribute. And then based off of that, it is going to create an LP pair for you. Now that LP pair is going to show up here if you've done it correctly. Once again, it should show up under V1. Make sure to not use V2 because you want to use V1. So something to keep of note there. But once you've created that LP, it's going to show up here. And if it doesn't, you can always do find other tokens, and then just select the 2 tokens that you used. And then from there, you'll also be able to locate those funds. So once you've created the liquidity there, what you're going to do is you're going to come back over here to the bond page with Warren Finance, and then you're going to say exactly how many LPs you want to contribute. So for this example, say we wanted to contribute 100 LPs, then we would type in that amount here. That's $1.56 worth of LPs. And that's going to give me 139 Warren tokens. So from here, you can select, do you want to hold that bond for 40 days, 30 days, or 20 days? Now, what you have to understand, the 20-day is not available currently. So you have the 30 and 40-day options, but as you see, 40 days is going to give you your tokens back plus 40%. 30 days is going to give your tokens back plus 30%. So this is the first play. The first play here is going to be your safest bet. And once again, this is not financial advice. I'm just showing you some of the different strategies I've seen just being in these protocols previously, and based off that feedback and experience, what I would do going forward. But once again, I'm not a professional, so do not take this as financial advice. Make sure that you move in the space the way that you want to. So here, this is going to be the safest option, because what's going to happen is whatever you contribute today, in 30 or 40 days, you're going to get that amount back, plus an additional 30 to 40% in tokens. That simple. Buy it today, come back in a month, you are going to have the amount that you invested initially, plus 30 to 40% of your token amount back to you. And that means you're going to get that amount back in Warren tokens. You're not going to get that amount back in LPs. Once you create a bond, it is going to give you Warren tokens back. So make sure you understand that at the end of the period here. So if you did 30 days, you would get this amount plus 30%. So actually it already calculates it for you here. So you're putting in $1.56 worth of LP, and within 30 days, you're going to get $2.02 worth of LP back. And then as you can see here, if you do 40 days, it's going to show you that you're going to get that additional percentage as well. So that's some ways that you can factor out how much you're going to get back. Just make sure you understand that in 30 to 40 days, you would get whatever the initial amount that you put in plus 30 to 40%. Now, what you're going to want to do is once you do this, once you create a bond, first, what you're going to do is, since you're watching this video, it's going to be very similar to this. You're going to come down to the comment section or the description of the video, and you'll see that there is a link here. You can also use my wallet address from any of these other links. And what you're going to want to do is copy and paste this. And you're going to want to place that here. And then you're going to want to create your bond. Now, if you have not purchased a bond before, make sure that you approve this transaction. After you approve the transaction, then you're going to paste the wallet address here that's provided in the description as well as the comment section below. And then you're going to hit create bond, and then you are good to go. So at that point, you've created a bond. So that's the first and the safest way to play within this protocol. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you can also stake your tokens. Now, what this is going to do is it is going to allow you to take whatever bond you created, and it's going to allow you to stake that with the comparable amount of DAI Wrap Pulse tokens. So for example, if this bond is worth $250, you're going to need to have $250, probably a little bit more. I would say probably around $255 worth of LP, so that you can now stake it. Now, what's going to happen is once you stake your bond and it pairs up with the LP, it is going to show as an active stake here. So as you can see, I currently have 5 stakes, and it tells you exactly how much Warren is staked. It tells you how many days it's been staked. It tells you the profit per day. It tells you the profit per period. So that's just how much have you made so far. And it shows you active. Now, these are also going to end at some point. So the way that you know what point this is going to end is all you have to do is take this amount of tokens, so 99,665.8 times the percentage here, because as you see, the max staking income is 175%. So that means once these stakes equal 1.75 times this amount, once that amount shows up here, then it's going to close this stake. So once the stake is closed, you will not earn any more from it. So that's another common misconception, is once your stake is ended, you're not going to get your LPs or your Warren that you initially staked back. You are earning that back every single day, because this shows you how much you're earning per day. So that's the easiest way to explain it. You create a bond initially, and then if you want to stake it and earn passive income, so earn Warren tokens every single day, then you can take that bond, pair it up with LPs, And then based off of the value that creates, as you can see here, you are going to earn a certain percentage per day, and you're going to be able to earn 1.75 this amount from that stake before it ends. And once it does end, you do not earn anything else from it, and you do not get your initial investment back. Now, when I say initial investment, I'm just saying the amount of warrant that you created in the bond and the amount of LPs you created, you're not going to get that back. But you would have ROI at that point, because you are getting this amount back every single day, which you can either choose to compound, or you can, which is also known as rebonding, or you can sell. Now, you can see those two options are here. You can rebond or you can sell. Now, if I choose to rebond, what that's going to do is it's going to take this amount of tokens here, and is going to allow me to be able to actually rebond this. Now, this is going to be a part of the third strategy that we talk about. So as you can see, if I were to rebond this, let's say I wanted to do 34,000, then I could choose to do that amount, and at the end of 30 days, I'm going to get this amount of tokens back. So this is the same thing as what step one was with creating a bond. All it is doing is taking the warrant that you've earned from your stakes and allowing you to rebond it so that you can earn even more off of this stake or off of this bond. Now, like I said, this is going to be the third strategy. So to hone in on the second strategy, that is going to be to just stake. So the first strategy was create a bond, hold it for 30 to 40 days, take profit at the end of the 30 to 40 days. Now, the second strategy that we've been talking about is staking. So now with staking, you're going to earn whatever this percentage is, which is dictated by your base percentage, which is always 2%, your liquidity bonus. So as the liquidity of this protocol goes up, so does this bonus. So the more liquidity, the more that the investor is earning each day. You have the hold bonus. For every 24 hours that you do not sell or claim, you're actually going to get a bump of 0.05%. So that means I have not sold or claimed any tokens for 5 days. That's why this is 0.25. And then personal bonus is just based off how much you put in. So for every 153,129 LPs, I'm going to get an additional 0.05%. So as you can see, that is all added together, and that shows what your daily income is. Now, a quick trick, if you want to know exactly how much you're making every single day is just to multiply this amount of bonds or warrant tokens that are staked times the percentage. So 319,943 times 0.0275, and then that's showing you exactly how many warrant tokens that you're earning every single day. Or you could just calculate it and add these up, and then all you have to do is multiply that times the current warrant price, and that's going to give you the USD value in terms of how much are you making every single day based off of your percentage. So good to know that, just so you know what you're bringing in every single day. And that's how I know that I'm bringing in over $100 every single day, because I've been in this protocol for about 4 days now, and we've brought in $532. So just to reiterate that second option, what you're going to be doing is creating a stake, which is going to allow you to earn warrant every single day, and you're going to be able to earn up to 175% of your staked value. So that's going to be your second option. That's going to be in the middle in terms of, I would say, risk. The first one is going to be the safest play, because you just have to wait 30 to 40 days. And then at that point, you can take profit. With the second option here, you get warrant every single day in comparison to the first option. But if you do decide to sell, you have to understand and take profit on a daily basis. You have to understand that your hold bonus is going to reset each time that you sell. So if I were to sell my amount right now, it would reset my percentage down to 2.5%, which isn't a big drop, but you just have to make sure you understand that with your strategy. Now, if you are to rebond, that is not going to reset your hold bonus. So make sure you understand that if you do rebond, you do continue to hold or keep your hold bonus. Now, the third option, and this is what I did in the original Carol, is I was rebonding my available rewards every single day. Now, I haven't done that yet because I wanted mine to accumulate a little bit. I'm probably gonna rebond some of it and then take profit on some of it and go ahead and reset my percentage early on. But there's some couple different strategies that anyone can use. I haven't really solidified what mine's gonna be yet. Still kind of taking this day by day, but I am going to switch to my ladder rebond strategy. Now that's the third strategy that we're talking about today that's going to be the most risky, but the most rewarding. Now what you're gonna do is you have to have a stake created if you wanna use this strategy. Now, once you have a stake created, for example, I have all these stakes and I'm earning this amount together every single day. So what I would do is at the same point every single day or around the same time, it doesn't have to be on the money. It doesn't have to be 7:30 every single night, but you could come in here and you could rebond your stakes. Now what that's going to do is it's going to create a bond like we showed you earlier, 34,000. It's going to create a bond here in 30 days that is going to unlock, and it's going to pay me out $689 based off of the current price. Now the safe thing with bonds is the bond is actually able to fluctuate in Warren token amount to match the value that you invested. So if for some reason the price of Warren was to drop 50%, then what's going to happen is you're actually going to get more Warren tokens to be able to pay you out that same value. So that's the really good thing about bonds. And that's something I learned from Caro Protocol, because even when the price dumped, I just got more tokens to give me that same dollar value. So that's pretty safe there, but you just have to make sure that you understand how liquidity works and all that before you are just kind of suicide rebonding. You want to make sure that you have a strategy, but it is very rewarding because like I said, with Caro Protocol, I had it to where I rebonded for 1 month straight. And then after that month was over, I had a bond that unlocked every single day, and that was paying me out at least $125 in Ethereum every single day. And you can use the same strategy here. So if you were to come in here and rebond every single day, if I were to do that based on me making around $100 a day, then that means if I rebond for 100 or 30 days straight, that after 30 days on that 31st day, that my first bond should unlock. And every single day after that, I'm going to unlock Warren tokens that at that point I either can sell or I can rebond again and continue to build out my bags. So those are the three strategies. Like I said, strategy 1 is just creating a bond, holding it. Strategy 2, creating a stake and then just managing your daily dividends. As you can see here, you can either rebond or you can sell it. And then the third strategy is if you do decide to rebond, to create a ladder stake for your bonds so that it doesn't have to be 30 days. It could be 15 days. Maybe you rebond for 15 days and then you take profit the next 15 days. There's so many different ways you can play this, but it was very rewarding in the other protocols for me to just not take profit for 30 days. And then once those 30 days were up, I had a Ethereum paycheck every single day. And you can set it up the same way here to where you have a Warren paycheck for you every single day if you just push off some of that profit taking to a month from now and you decide to rebond for a month straight. Once again, that was just my strategy previously, not saying that that should be your strategy now or that I'm going to adopt the same strategy this time around. I'm definitely going to make some tweaks, as you should. It's a learning experience within crypto, but I at least wanted to give you a couple of different strategies based off of risk. Once again, creating a bond would be the least risky. The middle level would be staking. And then the higher risk play would be staking and then rebonding your earnings on a timed basis. So do it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month. It's up to you on how exactly you would want to do it. And when I say risky, it's just the fact that with the third play, there's going to be more elements that you have to factor in versus with a bond. It's going to expire within 30 days. And then regardless, you're going to get your value back plus that 30 to 40%. But it's going to be more lucrative if you do 2 or 3 within the strategy, because you're going to be earning daily. You got percentages here that you're earning on a daily basis. There's a lot more of an opportunity to make money with 2 and 3, but I always want to make sure I include options for people who are a little bit more adverse to risk. So hopefully that was educational for you. I really try to go through, break down what you needed to know in terms of all of the different UI things here, what a bond is, the 3 different strategies. Of course, they got an incentive program. So if you are someone who has a community, a channel, a platform, anything like that, you want to tell your friends and family about this new protocol that is printing, then all you have to do is get your link here, share it out there. When people use your link, it will help contribute. So definitely take advantage of that. As you can see, we've been able to get in 16,000 LP so far from my people on my team. So shout out to everybody that started, the 2 people on my team. Shout out to you too, because you truly make a difference. And then once again, if you do want to join, all you have to do is either click on the link, which is in the pinned comment as well as the description below. And then the way to verify that you are on the team is just to make sure that you come here, you paste my wallet address, which once again will be in the description below as well as the pinned comment, and then make sure that you create a bond with my wallet address being here. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Hopefully, once again, this was not only entertaining, but also educational for everyone watching this video. I truly appreciate every single view, subscribe, or every single like we get on this video. So make sure that you do all those things. Let me know your thoughts on Warren so far. Is it printing for you as hard as it's printing for me? I hope so. But with that, make sure you continue to support the social media we have at TikTok, X, as well as Instagram at SCrypto101. Then of course, we got the Bag Builder Telegram that you don't want to miss out on. I provide all kinds of updates of the protocols we're in, some micro caps, gems, and things like that that you do not want to miss. So definitely check that out. And I'm going to continue to cover Warren. This is one of the best projects that I'm in so far, and it is printing out $100+ for me every single day. So I'm going to continue to cover it, but until then, stay focused and continue to build your bags.